how's it going? This is Ocean X. I'm just gonna start this new channel called Dubsteps. I'm gonna take you through the steps of making dubstep and different types of electronic music, and taking you through some of the simple stuff, through some of the most complex things. I do a lot of dubstep, electro. I do some hip hop beats. I mean, not really that great, but I've done a couple. Um, I don't know. I'm a pretty versatile producer, right? Um, I figured that I've had enough people that have asked me, how do I do this and how do I do that? Well, I figured it was fair enough of me to teach the people that are interested in this type of music. I just want to teach you guys and help you out. I mean, I learned a lot from YouTube, as well as I taught myself quite a lot of what I do. So I figure I'm just gonna help you guys. So without further ado, I am going to teach you guys how to make some dubstep drums. Alright, so if you look over here in pattern view, on FL or whatever DAW you're using, DAW, Digital Audio Workstation, if you didn't know that, but I mean, chances are you probably know that. You're going to want to either set your tempo to 140 or 70, depending on how fast you want your drums to be played or whatever. Just, it's all personal choice, but I sit with 140. That's standard dubstep speed. Whatever. Alright, so I've just loaded up a couple kicks. I'm going to get rid of this clap. You don't really use that a lot. So essentially, in dubstep, you're going to use a kick, maybe two. I layer kicks just because it sounds better. A snare, some hats. I don't really like the way that sounds, but it's okay. It works for works enough for a tutorial. Then the kicks, and this one's more punchy. This one's the bass end. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go into a 12 bar pattern. Okay, so these are on the 8th beat, so it's right? Okay, now where these kicks are, we're going to do the same thing every other one with the second kick, so we're going to end up with like a right? And so then we take our snares, and it's time to place our snares. So you line it up with this, where the second, fourth, and sixth kick drum would be, and you put your snare there. Okay? Now get rid of your second, fourth, and sixth kick. Okay? And you play the pattern, and it sounds like this. Alright? And when you do that, that's pretty slow. It's about half time, so it'd be, I mean, it's just decently slow. If you want to make it faster, you would put in 2 beats ahead of your snare. You would put in another kick, so you get like a, and then I mean, if you're trying to work even faster, you could just be like, right? And I like the way it sounds when you have them sort of tight together. So it'd be 5 beats in between here, put it right in the middle, so it's like a, right? And then you could do it like this. This is nice right here. I like the way that this sounds. It's like a, right? Um, so that's that, and then you can take your hats, which I particularly don't like. Why did I just do that? I didn't want to do that. Sound full. Possible to record audio because audio input and I. Okay, whatever. Get out of here. Delete that. Sorry about that. Okay. So these, you can put these every 4 steps. It generally, hi-hats give you the speed of the drums that you want. So if you want it on each 4, it's going to be a little bit slower, so you're going to get like a, right? But with this, well, on the 4, okay, this would probably make more sense if I just played it instead of trying to tap it on my desk. Whatever. Okay, so this is what it sounds like with a 4-beat drum, and then I'll show you with a 2-beat here in a second. Right? And with the 2 beats, or the 2-step, it's going to be like a. Alright, so there's that. And then if you want to take your hi-hat and you, where these snares are, you can put like just something to change it up a little bit in there. I mean, the hi-hats aren't really going to make a huge difference, but before the snare hit, they usually sound good when they're together, so it's going to be like a. Right? Okay, so that would be the drums. With the snare, you're going to want a more drawn out snare. So if you want to throw it on an effects channel, and then, I mean, normally you could just load a different snare or filter it or something, but if you want, you can take this and you can put it in the drum room preset with the fruity reverb, and you'll get a pretty decent snare. Sorry, I forgot that the kicks were routed to 1 also. I'll put that on 2, and so, sorry. Okay, so it'll be like a. It's got more of an ambience to it. That's about it for dubstep drums. I mean, I know there's a lot more that you can do, but I covered the basics. I even went into a little bit of the technical stuff on it. I mean, not really, but you know, whatever. And so that's it for the kick and snare and hi-hats. And then there's always like I know, I guarantee that if you listen to dubstep, at one point you have listened to Skrillex. I don't have a problem with the guy. I think his music's honestly pretty good. But he uses a lot of cymbals. I mean, he uses like um, he does a lot of fidget house, which is like the glitchy sounds that you hear, which are pretty cool. I mean, honestly, I love them to death. Those sounds are awesome. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, okay. So he uses the more metal type drums that are just kind of in your face, just like a psh, psh noise, right? And you get like the crash or the ride cymbal. I mean, like a, but it's more high pitched every few beats, like that. He uses rides a lot too. I just now realized that, but I'm trying to find a decent crash cymbal here that's worth me taking my time to do this. Ooh, I like that snare, so it's gonna be like a. Right, okay. Let me go down here, find. I don't like any of these crashes, you guys. Sorry. Sound pack. None of these are really that good either. Sorry, I just reset my computer. I'm in the middle of like building up my sound library again. Because I was running into crash problems, I was running out of space, so that's what I was doing. That was kind of neat sounding. I'll do that, and I'll change the pitch. So yeah, all right, that sounds okay. And then drop the volume a little bit. That's still awful. Yeah, maybe, okay. And then you're gonna want to put that in there like that, maybe. I mean, it's up to you if you want to use these symbols, whatever. So like a. And then, I mean, you can humanize them, so like, let's say you want the second one loud. Like the second one there, and whatever. Because a person, this sounds very, like the sound that we're hearing now sounds very robotic, and it sounds like it was made by a computer. So you get like a constant beat where it's like boom, 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 boom. But really, what you want is a more humanized sound when you're making dubstep. So it would be like a. And if you just listen to that on its own with the solo, I mean, you can hear it. It's like a. You know what I'm saying? And you just unsolo that. So here would be like the finished drums for like maybe when the wobble happens after the drop. I mean, there's all sorts of like build-ups and beat downs and just crazy stuff that you can do with the drums and dubstep. I mean, you know, it can just get wild and crazy. Whatever. But this will be the finished product for like while you're like just after it drops and you're just loving the song. It's gonna be like this. So it's like a. And I mean, it's gonna change. It's bound to change. Like maybe you'll end up with like a kick missing, or like they'll like leave out a snare. So it's like a. Right? Or maybe they'll like skip like all of these kicks right here, so it'll be like a. Sorry, I had that snare off. So like a. Maybe they'll just cut out the whole middle section and just keep going. So like. Right, and that crash will probably change. Like they'll have maybe 2 or 3 separate crashes at one time, and it'll sound really awesome. And they'll have it mastered and reverbed and all this like super effects, you know, whatever. So I've just spent 14 minutes, way longer than I should have, explaining dubstep drums to you guys. This is going to be a continuing thing, so I'm going to record these in probably 10 to 15 minute sessions. I'll start. This will turn into a song. I mean, if I like it, I'll release it. Whatever. This is. I'm just gonna call this Dubsteps Part 1, and rate, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Add me as a friend if you want. I don't care. I love helping you guys. If this helps you, just let me know. I mean, yeah, whatever. Dubsteps Part 1. Stay ready for Part 2, and however long it takes me to get this song done. So, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.